So this is my third tutorial that I'm going to be doing on doing corner to corner with this pattern, but today I'm going to be doing it with half double crochet stitches, and I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and 8-ply yarn in white and pink. So with corner to corner projects, we're starting in this corner and we're working diagonally up to this corner. So row 1, row 2, row 3. So we're working up and down. So when doing corner to corner with half double crochet, we want to start by chaining 4. So we're going to do 4 chains. So we've got our 4 chains, and since we're doing half double crochet, 2 chains represent a half double crochet. So this chain here and this chain here represent a half double crochet. So now we want to do a half double crochet into this spot here and a half double crochet into this spot here. So we go our yarn over and then into the space, yarn over, pull back through, and now yarn over, and we want to go through all 3. So that's a half double crochet. Now we want to do one into this space here. So yarn over and then pull through all 3. So that's our first square. So that square represents this square here. So now we want to turn our work and we're going to do 4 chains. So now we've got 4 chains. Same thing again, we're going to skip the first 2 chains closest to our hook and we're going to do a half double crochet into here. Oops. And then a half double crochet into here. So now we're going to slip stitch into this space. So hook in, grab a yarn, pull it through, and now we're in this space here. So we're going to do 2 chains and then 2 half double crochets. So now we've got 3 squares, which represent 1, 2, 3. So we're going to flip our work and we're going to do round 3. So now we've finished our row 3. So 1, 2, 3. So that represents this square here. So now we're going to turn our work and we're going to continue. So we're going to do 4 chains, 2 half double crochets, slip stitch, and keep going. So something that makes it easier to sort of follow where you're up to is I like to draw on my pattern arrows. So we've gone down and then we've gone up and then down and then up, and now we're going down on 5. So we've done 4. So now we're going to start going down on 5. So we'll do our first one in white and then we'll talk about color changes. So now we're going to do this square here. So we've done our first white one in our row 5. So now what we want to do is we just want to put our white yarn to the back, and then before we slip stitch into the next space, bring over our color. So hook in, grab that color, pull it through, and then just make sure you keep your tension so on that end and on your white that you've just dropped. And then you want to just continue, so you chain 2, 1, 2, just making sure to keep that tension on the white, and then I'll continue with our half double crochets. So now we've done our 3 pinks, so we need to go back to white. So this is the back of our project, so we just drop that down and then we grab our white and we pull our white across, and make sure we don't have too much tension on it, on the white on the back, and then we just continue. So our 2 chains and then our 2 half double crochets. And I will talk about another technique in a minute when we change colors again, but that's how I like to do it. So now we're going to continue. So now we're doing row 6. So we've gone down. So now we're going to go up. So we'll do 2 whites and then I'll talk about color changes again. Now we need to change back to pink. So we can just, put in our hook and pull our pink up. Now, a technique that some people like to do is they like to carry this thread through the crochet. So I'll show you what I mean. So they will bring this white through and they will carry it along. And this works fine if you've got minimal colors, but if you're doing a project which has multiple colors, this method doesn't really work that well, but I will display it. So we just bring our white with us as we step up through, because we know we're going to need it again. So we just keep it there. So we've brought our white all the way along, but sometimes you can sort of see it in the stitches and it can make it a bit bulky, but it means now when we switch back to our white, so now we need one white, we will have our white right there. So now we're here. So we've just finished our row 6. So we're at this spot here. Now, because we're not increasing anymore, we don't start this row here with our 4 chains. So what we want to do here is we want to slip stitch into this space here. And then we want to start working down. So now we just do 2 chains. So 1, 2, and then 2 half double crochets. Because now we're working down and we're decreasing. So once again, we're working down here. So we've done that one. And now we're working down this one, working down. So now we've just finished this row here. So once again, we're not increasing anymore. So we don't want to do those chains again. We just want to slip stitch and then continue. So now we are working up this one here. So we've just done this pink one here. But I just want to show something. So we want to change back to white. If we put our white there and we pull that through, on this side here, you're going to see that white there. So what I prefer to do in this situation is put my hook in and then put my yarn that side before I pull it through, and then continue. And I'll show you on the other side. It just makes it look a bit better because you can't see that come through. Okay, so I'll just continue till the end. So I finished my little heart. So here's my little heart. Here's my pattern. So once again, for working out the size of it, so for 6 squares high, it's about 6.5 centimeters. That's with my 4mm hook at my 8-ply yarn and my personal tension. So I know that it's going to be about 1.1 centimeters per block, and once again 7 squares across, it's about 7.5 centimeters. So approximately for me, when I do this style with all these this yarn and this hook, I know each square is going to be about 1.1 centimeters. So it helps me calculate how big something's going to be. So there's my little finished square. So corner to corner in half double crochet, and I've also done a previous video with a tutorial on corner to corner double crochet and wobble stitch in tapestry style, all using the same pattern. So here's my 3 little hearts. So next I'm going to do the same pattern using tapestry row by row single crochet.